The race. Quit! Give up! You're beaten, they shout and plea. There's just too much against you now. This time you can't succeed. And as I start to hang my head in front of failure's face, my downward fall is broken by the memory of a race. And hope refills my weakened will, for I recall that scene, for just the thought of that short race rejuvenates my being. A children's race, young boys, young girls, how I remember well. Excitement, sure, but also fear, it wasn't hard to tell. Well, they all lined up so full of hope, each thought to win that race, or if not win, maybe tie for first, or at least take second place. And mothers and fathers watched off from the side, each cheering for their little one, and each child hoped to show their mom or dad that they would be the one. Well, the whistle blew and off they went, young hearts and hopes afire. To be the hero there was each child's desire. And one boy in particular, his dad was in the crowd, was running near the lead and thought, my dad will be so proud. But as he speeded down the field across a shallow dip, the little boy who thought to win lost his step and slipped. Trying hard to catch himself, his hands flew out to brace, and mid the laughter of the crowd, he fell flat on his face. So down he fell, and with him hope he couldn't win it now. Embarrassed, sad, he only wished to disappear somehow. But as he fell, his dad stood up and showed his anxious face, which to the boy so clearly said, get up and win that race. He quickly rose, no damage done, behind the bit, that's all, and ran with all his mind and might to make up for his fall. So anxious to restore himself, to catch up and to win, his mind went faster than his legs, and he slipped and fell again. I'm hopeless as a runner now. I shouldn't try to race. But in the laughing crowd, he searched and found his father's face, that steady look that said again, get up and win that race. So he jumped up to try again, 10 yards behind the last. If I'm going to win, he thought, I've got to run really, really fast. Exceeding everything he had, he regained 8 or 10, but trying so hard to catch the lead, he slipped and fell again. Defeat. He laid there silently, a tear dropped from his eye. There's no sense running anymore. 3 strikes, I'm out. Why try? The will to rise has disappeared. All hope has fled away. So far behind, so error-prone, closer all the way, I've lost. So what's the use? I'll just live with my disgrace. But then he thought about his dad, who soon he'd have to face. Get up! An echo sounded low. Get up and take your place. You are not meant for failure here. Get up and win that race. With borrowed will, get up, it said. You haven't lost it all. For winning's not more than this, to rise each time you fall. So he jumped up to win once more. And with a new commit, he resolved that win or lose, at least he wouldn't quit. So far behind the others now, the most he'd ever been, still he gave it all he had and ran as though to win. 3 times he'd fallen, 3 times he rose again. Too far behind to hope to win, he still ran to the end. Well, they cheered the winning runner, of course, as he crossed first place, head high and happy, no falling, no disgrace. But when the fallen youngster crossed the line last place, the crowd gave him the greater cheer for finishing the race. And even though he came in last with head bowed low, unproud, you would have thought he won the race to listen to the crowd. And to his dad, he sadly said, Dad, I didn't do so well. To me, you won, the father said. You rose each time you fell. And now, when things seem dark and hard and difficult to face, the memory of that little boy helps me in my own race. For all of life is like that race with ups and downs and all you have to do to win is to rise each time you fall. Quit. Give up. You're beaten. They still shout in my face. But another still quiet voice within me says, get up and win that race.